This presentation is first and foremost for all the Toki token holders, as I said, and this will be shared later with everyone in the Toki community. And in this presentation, what we are going to go over is a summary of Q3 of 2020 that was ended last year, some of the results and statistics from that quarter, the updated roadmap towards Q4 and beyond, and the goals that we gave ourselves. The reason we are doing this is for the first time, I think, or one of the first time in the crypto space, we want to take transparency one step ahead, and we will aim to do the same call at least in the end of each quarter from now on, and share the link with all the information with our community. So the presentation is going to be based on 3 parts. The first part is a snapshot about Toki. Most of the people following Toki knows all or most of the information here, nothing new for them. Later we will discuss about what we've been achieving and doing in Q3, and later on what we aim to do later this year and in Q4. So a little bit about Toki in snapshots. We launched the mainnet on January of this year, 10 months ago. We have today 4 live products, 17 members from 8 countries: Philippines, Russia, Serbia, France, US, Ukraine, India, and our main office in Tel Aviv. Correct? I'm sorry if I forgot someone. Until today, we have almost 30,000 registered users, 2,550 pages created on the Toki network, 1,360 Smartlinks created, generating 612,000 views. The token launched on May 2020, earlier this year. Out of the 599 million token total supply, originally was 600 million, but we had the first burning about 2 weeks ago. Now the total supply is 30.3 million, a bit more than 5% from the total supply. It's traded on 8 exchanges, 2 DEXs and 6 centralized exchanges, and on a market cap of the circulating supply of $706,000. This is updated to 2 days ago. Let's start with the token. This is what keeps most of the people interested when talking or following Toki. Token traded at least 2 days ago at almost a bit more than 2.3 cents. 3,500 addresses holding the token. The token started trading on May. The original price was 6 cents. Then it went spike. It reached almost something like 14 cents. About 2 weeks later, then it had about 3 months of decline. Until 3 months ago, it had another huge spike. From 3 cents, it's jumped to a top of 18 cents, and since then, it's on a turn down. If we compare the token results to the other alts, or a kind of average of alt tokens in the market, I would say that fairly we are in line with the average of other tokens. There was a big spike a few months ago with all the DeFi craze that now chilled down. Eventually, for us as a project and for the token, our goal is not to make sure the token always goes up, but that the token makes a better results than the average in the industry. 4.3% of the token were sold in the seed round, private round 5%, 1.8% in the public sale, 10% are unsold token that are still kept within the project. The team have 16% of the token locked for 1 year. It will unlocked in May 2021 and then vested for 2 years. There is another 4% that is dedicated for the growth team fund, future team members. A bit less than 6% for advisors and partners that is vested over the first 18 months. 1% for social mining, our community channel. 20% reputation mining is one of the most important one. This is something we activated 2 months ago. The community network, we are giving 20% of the token of the total supply for the community over the period of the first 10 years, at least over the first 10 years, for participation, activity, reputation, the reputation score, and for staking. Later on, we will have other factors to get from this pool. Multi-party state network, this is something more for the future. We aim to build 10% of the token. 16% of the tokens belong to the project for a long term, locked for 2 to 4 years. 5% are reserved for liquidity supply on the DEXs and the centralized exchanges, and 1% for market making. All the figures that you see here, except for the first 4 rows, we didn't achieve even close to 100%, or we will not achieve close to 100% of spend from all the above, and we are going to adjust them accordingly over time. Token now is traded on the major place, the major platform is Uniswap with 2 pairs, Ether and DAI. Total liquidity of around $100,000 at the moment, mostly on versus the ETH. Also a Kyber swap versus all the pairs on Kyber, about a bit more than 90 pairs. Bitum Global 2 pairs, Bitcoin and USDT. 1inch, which is an aggregator. So all the tokens on 1inch. Last time I checked 2 weeks ago, it was 504 tokens. And beside that, we have another 5 listings that are not official on centralized exchanges: Bilaxi, Hotbit, Who, VKX, and FedBTC. These are exchanges that just list the tokens, mostly for promotion reasons. The reason I put all the links inside the deck, because the deck will be shared later with everyone, so you can keep it, and later, whenever you want, check the links to get to the specific page. If you want to track Toki token, the best places would be, of course, the Toki token page. It has all the links to all the places, the Etherscan address, CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, Crypto Compare, Uniswap Tracker, Kyber Tracker, distribution forecast sheet. This is the link, but it can also be reached from the Toki token page on the website, and Tokenomicks KPI model. Let's jump from the token to our social and communities. Toki has few channels. The main one is Telegram. We have an official channel, a bit more than 4,000 members, where we can discuss, people can ask questions and talk about anything related to Toki protocol network. Not what we not allow, and not like people talking about Toki token in there. We also have a Telegram news channel. This is, in my opinion, the best place to follow the Toki news. We are keeping it updated with the latest news, usually not more than 2 or 3 news a week. Toki blog is where we post our bit longer texts, articles, and news. Twitter account, official Twitter account, very active. It's a great place to get updated on Toki. And we also have LinkedIn account, YouTube account, Medium account, and a Facebook account. I welcome you all to follow the latest Toki news on those channels. Beside that, we have some local Telegram channels: Vietnamese, Russian, Philippines, German, French, Spanish, Japanese, Indonesian, and Indian. Right now, we are trying to build our communities around those jurisdictions with local ambassadors. We already have an Indian ambassador that started activating and operating the group about 2 weeks ago, and we are in contact with a few more for the specific countries. Toki is a global project, and we want people from all around the world to use it, and we want to help them to do so in their own language as much as we can. A little bit about Toki products. So the first product that we launched earlier this year on January is the tokens product, a smart contract that allows people to sell ERC20, 777, or 231 tokens with the Toki protocol, decide what is the referral reward, the percentage that he wants to give from tokens he's selling to all the referrals and in the referral chain. The second product is the donation. It's based on the tokens product, but aimed for charities, foundations, and anyone trying to raise donation in the crypto space. The third product is the Zoom Smart Session. This is something we're building due to the COVID-19 situation worldwide. We did it really quickly in about 2 weeks, and another 2 weeks it took us to get approval from Zoom to be on their marketplace. It's a crypto layer for any Zoom call. And our main product that was launched in the end of May 2020 this year is the PPC Smartlinks. So what is Smartlinks and what makes them unique? The first thing, multi-step referral. The fact that we can incentivize people in a chain helps you grow your anyone organic reach by even 100x and more. And we had those results until today and even more than that. This is a critical factor for any marketer or anyone who wants to distribute its information worldwide. The only option today are usually based on paying big platforms like Google and Facebook or Twitter in order to reach target audience. With Toki, you can do this by incentivizing your own community, followers, and fans. Another big advantages, there's no keyword bidding, no keyword bidding war. You can define your cost per click, and you will always pay this exact amount. Not only that, you would pay this only for approved clicks. One of the biggest benefits of the Smartlinks is the micro payments that we can help and facilitate for referrers. If you try to build Toki on the old finance tools, it's just impossible. There's no way for anyone to incentivize or reward people with pennies or friction of pennies. With Toki, not only that you can do that, you can split it for almost endless amount in each currency. And this is a huge factor when we are talking especially about per pay click, where the click amounts, usually the rewards are small. Another big factor is people-powered audience targeting. People are known to know better than any robots until today, at least, to know who is looking for what and when. People trust each other, people listen better to each other, and referrals have been proven to convert 5x better than other methods, online methods. Another benefits of Smartlinks is the ad fraud filtering. We have 12 checkups behind the Smartlinks. Most of them are secret, but you are checking and validating the authentication, the authenticity, and the humanity of any click that is generated from any Smartlink. Not only that, we also track all of them on our Plasma Layer 2, and slowly we are generating a human data to validate the humanity of those clicks better than almost any other service online. People that advertise on the big platforms today, they live in a box. They just putting the money in the black box. The only results they are getting is just how many results they received, but they don't know if those results are real, if it's real people that click in it, if it's people got impressions, and if the numbers are real at all. With Toki, you can validate this thanks to blockchain. And one of the best, most important thing, especially in the blockchain world, is Toki is off-the-shelf product. There's no coding, no integration. You can just create a Toki Smartlink in less than 2 minutes. And we are working to make it even faster, so it will be less than 20 seconds. And this is a big factor when you're talking about mass adoption. Few of the campaigns that we had in the past few months, Spark Point was one of the best campaigns that we ran. It had something like 200 users organic reach, but it reached eventually 34,000 people, generating 800 signups, and all this with a budget of $160. Another one is OneChain, generating 1,200 views to the blog post in just 48 hours, spending only $40. Virtual Blockchain Summit, just 2 days before the summit, they ran a campaign with us by specific jurisdiction and NGOs, generating 2,500 subscription to their event. And Kirobo, that wanted to boost their PR and tweet for news that they had, they just took their tweet and converted to be a Toki Smartlink, generating much more traffic than they could on Twitter without paying them. What you see here is a real small part of a really huge referral map. And what you see here is only the first layer. This is the converter and his organic reach. The organic reach really for this campaign was about double than that, but I just couldn't fit it inside the screen. But eventually what it comes is from a very small organic reach to a huge referral map where people keep sharing and sending the links from one to another. And this is the beautiful thing about Smartlinks, how you can really take an organic reach of as less as just few persons and make it reach thousands. This is another example, just a bit more zoom. The difference in the color that you see here is the difference between the different types of clicks on the specific Smartlink. Red, for example, is an unapproved click. Gray is someone that is not registered to Toki and didn't open the link. Green, he's opened the link, but it's not registered. And dark green is registered to Toki. We know his username and details, and he also clicked. There's more information once you hover on each one of the links and each one of the buttons, of the dots. And I welcome you to, I invite you to try Smartlink yourself, create your Smartlink and see the results yourself. Today, creating Smartlink is not something, actually since 3 weeks ago, something you can do without paying any gas cost. And I will talk about it later. So this is Toki for whoever doesn't know Toki at all. And let's talk a little bit about our results from Q3. Q3, we reached by the end of, a bit later than the end of the end of Q3, a bit more than 29,000 users. Actually, these numbers I revised earlier, but the nice statistics that we can see here is most of the users are using our wallet when using Toki and not using one of the operating wallet that can be connected like MetaMask and Ledger. What are our biggest deliveries in this queue? So on the network level, we released 4 major versions. We are working on a CI/CD method, which is a continuous development, continuous integration. Sorry, continuous integration, continuous development, continuous integration. The other way, sorry. And but we try to sum the biggest improvements and the biggest features into one big version that we are launching once every few weeks. We had more than 30 live campaigns during this period. One of the best features that we launched is the DEX Marketplace. Another one, DEX Marketplace, in my opinion, is a great success of Toki. Allows anyone to compare the different DEXs that you can convert tokens straight from the Toki app. You don't have to go outside and look for the different prices. We see many people are using this even without the Toki token, just for other tokens. Another one is the LP staking program. We now allow people to stake the tokens on one of the liquidity pools that we have on Uniswap and gain from the staking program that we have on the Toki network. Another one is the Wallet Connect integration. It's another integration of a great tool that allows us to support more wallets, and there's going to be more wallets coming later. The Toki network dashboard, something which we released about 5 weeks ago, is a great tool to allow users and also contractors to track all the results and all the earnings that they get just from participating in the Toki network. And another one is the CRM version 1. Sorry, it's the version 0.1. It's the first integration of our CRM, meaning from now on, people will also get emails and notifications for their activity on the network. On the tech level, Eitan, maybe you want to present this one? You want to let me?
No, you can go ahead.
On the tech level, so we released the network computation mining version 1. This is something that is heavy developed on the backend, involving many parts of the network. People are receiving points for 3 factors at the moment. One of them is their activity. their epoch activity in a specific time frame, which is now weekly. The second one is the global reputation. It's the reputation that they sum over the lifetime on the network. And the third one is for staking. This is all in online and each moment presented and shown to all the users or the page owners. And once a week, we are closing it into an epoch, giving token rewards out of the token community pool, out of the 20% that I explained earlier. For now, it's not possible to withdraw it, but it will be open for withdrawals very soon. Another tech improvement is what we call easy onboarding, version 1.2. Easy onboarding is actually the whole mechanism of deploying the smart links on our layer 2, eliminating the needs to pay the gas cost when deploying on layer 1. This is probably was one of the biggest obstacles and challenges that we had in Q3 of this year, and we are very happy the first version is deployed. And I will discuss more about it in a second. The zero cost deploy Smartlinks is connected to the easy onboarding. It's part of it. And now actually the easy onboarding makes it even few steps less to create the Smartlinks. We also created a new editor for hosted campaigns and also a new media editor for all the images that you're using on top of Toki. And the last one is a new PCT patent that we registered during this queue. On the token side, we had 3 new listings. One of them is Sushi Swap. It was a very hyped DEX trying to mirroring Uniswap until a few weeks ago, but now it's kind of disappearing. So actually we are not there anymore. But we've been, when we had the Toki token on SushiSwap, we became, I think, the number 13 or 14 biggest token there on the first day. And BKX and FedBTC, another two DEX, centralized exchanges that listed us. More wallet support. What it means, of course, each wallet that supports Ethereum can support the Toki token if it supports any native. But the fact that you are as a token native in the wallet, it's a great marketing beneficial and also helps the users to onboard much easier. So Incognito Wallet and Free Wallet listed us. Our Uniswap LP grew by 400% during this queue. When we started the queue, we had about $25,000 on that queue. We reached the peak of $300,000 in the highest point of the queue, but in the end of the queue, we are in about $100,000. This is, in my opinion, one of the biggest and most important factors because this is what supplies liquidity for all the token holders. At the moment, for example, you can liquidate, buy or sell Toki tokens of up to $950 with a movement of the price of less than 2%. As big as the liquidity pool is, the small the slippage is, and one of the most important things and factor for us is to incentivize anyone that has Toki token and all the Toki supporters to deposit and keep their tokens on Uniswap liquidity pools. What actually makes the community makes the token stronger, and it becomes like a perpetual mobile. Like it becomes a machine that just grows itself and never stop working. What else we had in this queue is the first Toki burn. About 6 weeks ago, we experienced, unfortunately, a hack on one of Toki computers. We announced it and posted some information. You're welcome to read about it on our blog. And due to post to that, we decided to make our first burn. This burn was in the size of the amount of token was stolen, 830,000. Here are some snapshots from the features that we released this quarter. The network dashboard, what you see on the top left side. The upper side of this is a snapshot of the user's information. At the top side is the information about the specific epochs. If you can see on the top right corner, sorry, the top bottom corner, you can see the claim button. This is what will come very soon to the network dashboard. The new Wallet Connect and also wallet integrations. Now we support MetaMask, Ledger, and through Wallet Connect also Trust Wallet and MetaMask Mobile, and more wallets to come later. And the DEX marketplace now operating 3 DEXs, KyberSwap, Uniswap, and 1inch, later to support more DEXs if needed. Right now, it supports the swap of 504, last time I checked, 504 different tokens. What we took is the 1inch token list from Token List, verified the token list by Uniswap, and integrated into the DEX marketplace. A little bit about our marketing growth and marketing results. This is something not only from last Q. We are tracking all the time all the marketing and statistics of Tuki and the results generated from that. For example, what you see here is the Tuki news, Tuki, the Twitter page, followers, the newsletters, our Facebook. As you can see, we have a growth month over month, kind of always, maybe, but not as sustainable and as big as we want. And we work hard on improving this with some steps that we are going to launch later this year and in 2021. For us, one of the most important things to check is our Alexa position. That means how many people really use Tuki Smartlinks at any given moment. We started the year in about 1.1 million worldwide, reached the best position we had for the Tuki Smartlinks was still in the 6 digits, a bit more than 131,000. And of course, we aim to get to much lower digits, somewhere in the 5, maybe even 4 digits in 2021, to make Smartlinks very popular and common and known online at all, not only in crypto space. So a little bit about the participation program. We try to keep our community, followers, fans as active and to take part in Tuki and in the growth of Tuki. We have a few participation programs. The first one is our bug bounty. This is our first program that we launched last year. If you Google, by the way, bug bounty, you would find out the Tuki bug bounty is on the 2nd page on Google. It became very popular and it helped us improved our app a lot. Until now, luckily, no major issues were found. A second one is a community dashboard. It's a dashboard that we launched in the previous Q, and we invited the community to add information in there. This is something been on hold a bit in the past few weeks, but maybe we'll restart it later. Social mining is a platform where we used made and created by DAO Maker, one of our partners, and it helps us incentivize people for doing different actions and mission and activities for Tuki Network. Our ambassador program that we launched a few months ago is a program where we invite people to manage local Tuki communities on a specific language. Like I explained before, this is something that now starting gearing up. We have one in India, and hopefully soon we'll have more countries in place. The reputation mining is the most important program of Tuki, and actually it shouldn't be even a program. This is just something native to the Tuki network, but it sums up from 3 parts: activity, all your activity on the network, the reputation that you sums on the network, and the staking, the token staked, your tokens you staked on the network. Eventually, the people that take part in helping Tuki grow and making Tuki reach more people and making Tuki be active are the ones that will benefit and earn more Tuki token. And as it is usually on online products, it's first come, first served. People discovered Bitcoin earliest are the lucky one. And we hope that Tuki will make it the same profit and percentages list to the people who came first and help it grow. And this is a great place, and I welcome you all to just participate in this program. It's very simple. You can do this in one of the three or the whole three options to share smart links, create smart links, earn reputation points, and stake Toki tokens. Last one that we didn't launch yet, but we will have soon, the Launch Partner Program. So this was our Q3. Let's talk and see about how we plan to have Q4 and beyond. Although we have the letter 4 twice here. So a little bit about the Toki Smartlink roadmap. Toki Smartlink launched on May 2021. This was the beginning of this product and the first time people using it in mass scale with the PPC product. Right few days after we launched it, we had the first campaigns live. In the first 2 months, we had more than 40 Smartlinks created, and we got started receiving the first product fit. And then just a few weeks after that, we encountered a big problem, the gas issues. As I guess all of you know, most of you know, gas started spiking due to the DeFi craze earlier this year. What took GUI from around 5 to up to even 500 at some point, taking the cost to deploy a Smartlink from $1 to $2 to up to even $80 at a certain time. This is something that just makes the Smartlinks unusable. The same like people want to pay for Google search or Bitly creation links. We don't expect people to create Smartlinks for $80 or $50. And we shifted the roadmap in order to fix that ASAP. I personally believe that the Ethereum scaling issue, this is something that's going to stay with us for some time ahead. I don't think Ethereum 2.0 will come in the next couple of months, probably next year or two or more than that. And in order to have Toki operating and getting mass adoption much faster, we understood we must fix this ASAP. So after about 2 months, we deployed the Smartlink Zero Gas deploy. It means you can create a Smartlink with no reward yet, but you can create a Smartlink, just a reputation reward that is later translated to Toki token, but reputation reward for free. This is something we launched about 7 weeks ago. And 2 weeks ago, last week, we launched the PPC Zero Gas deploy for all the Smartlinks. So now you can create a Smartlink. And the only gas you have to put is only when you send the funds into the Smartlinks. Another thing is the new token supported. Before that, the only option for people to put funds into Smartlinks was Toki tokens or Ether. Now we're supporting much more tokens, I think 8 stable coins, making the variety much greater. And also with the swap, DEX marketplace swap options, it's much easier to swap tokens into one of the tokens that is accepted to fund the Smartlink. And this is the point that we are right now. What comes in the future in the next couple of months? The next probably big thing would be a new creation funnel with also a new campaign and target features. We are expanding the target options. Right now, you can target people for Smartlinks based on 3 parameters: age, gender, and country. We are going to add also language. And the biggest thing and most important is making the creation of Smartlink much easier, faster, and smooth. Meaning, as we see it, as smooth as almost as Google search. You can just come and create your Smartlink without even creating a wallet, maybe even, sorry, not maybe, in the future, even without sign up for Toki. And this comes the second part, Toki as Bitly. Toki as Bitly, this is the full onboarding vision that we aim to have in Q1 of 2021, making Smartlinks fast and easy to create as creating Bitly. Who anyone doesn't know, Bitly is the most popular short links software solution in the world. And we see Toki as the links of blockchain, of crypto. So we want to be, and I think we are already on the path to be the links, the biggest and most popular links of crypto space. Later on, we want to launch embed share buttons, allowing people to have just share and earn buttons to put it on any page, on any website, anywhere online that they want to convert, any link that they want, they created to be a Toki Smartlinks. Same like you go to any news channel, you have sharing with Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn, etc. So another option would be a Toki. Our next goal is to have Smartlink supported more ERC20 tokens. Right now, all the rewards given are rewards given in Toki token, but we got requested from many projects in crypto space to allow reward also in other tokens. We are building the Smartlinks, the next version, to support also an option to support other ERC20 tokens. And we are also building a business model around it for the Toki token itself. So for example, people that wants to incentivize people with a different token. And the beautiful thing about it, this token can be any token, not even a utility or security token that they want to give. Sorry, a utility token that is they want to give. It can be a token that represents something like a voucher, like a coupon, like a discount. We already have the option to create tokens within Toki. So this will be part of it. And we actually going to open a new world of options for contractors on the platform. Later on, we aim to launch the version 1 of the Toki marketplace. The marketplace is what we call the explore section, a place where people can come, post, see, find, and refer smart links. You can think of it like Airbnb. You can come as someone that wants to rent his apartment or someone looking for an apartment. So this would be our side of people looking for apartments. In our case, mostly influencers, but it can be anyone. And it will be, of course, filtered by different categories. After that, our goal is to launch Affiliation Program. Affiliation Program, in our opinion, is one of the most important programs in order to scale Toki. We want to give some of the rewards to people helping Toki get more users and generate more results. Eventually, in our vision, anyone that help bringing a contractor, a business that creates smart links on the network should get some percentage of it, maybe even for lifetime. This is proven to be, since the internet has begun, the best marketing method. And eventually, when we are talking about Toki as a referral solution, let's not forget, referral is just same like affiliation, just one layer down. A layer that is focused for anyone. Later on, Web 2, what we call Web 2 conversion, this is our API. Once we have the API, we are going to have a whole world of possibilities that we can give and show around this. Once we reach this, we assume the Web 2 conversion the end of Q1 or Q2 2021. We will have many more opportunities. What the API allows us? Many more campaigns that we cannot support today. For example, acquisition, leads, signups, conversions, subscriptions, install, e-commerce, affiliation, and many more. All those campaign types are campaigns that are based on conversions, online conversions. And those campaigns always have a much bigger reward and incentives. Unlike clicks, which is the most popular on online marketing, but it has usually small rewards, usually a couple of cents up to $1 or $2. In conversions, online conversion, it can reach to hundreds and even thousands of dollars. What put the incentives in a different, totally different game, and what positioned Toki in a totally different place when creating value for users. This is one of the most important goals, one of the most important features that we are going to develop in the next 2 quarters. And we hope to have, like I said, in the end of Q1 2021, the first version. Real quickly about a few more features and networks that are going to come, some of them sooner, some of them later. First of all, 2FA to the Tuki wallet. This will come very soon. Due to the hack that we had, we understood the importance of the 2FA, what makes the security of any online tool 1,000 times harder to breach, 1,000 times more secured. It was very hard to build that for the simple reason that Tuki wallet is a non-custodian wallet. And to build a non-custodian, a 2FA method to a non-custodian wallet is not that easy, but Tuki will probably have one of the first wallets in the world to have this option, and this will be deployed very soon. Besides that, we are also going to deploy the withdrawal mechanism that I presented earlier to all the network rewards, the new creation for the Smartlinks, more swap operators, more wallets that we're going to want to support for like Trezor, for example. We want to support multiple addresses per user and per page, something that we don't have today. Improved targeting capabilities, and this will be part of the Explore and Smartlink marketplace. This is the next point, the Explore section. Discover Smartlinks, especially for influencers. The embed sharing button. We want to increase the number of registered users by 50% and monthly active users by 100%. And this is something we want to do by the end of this year. This is our goal for this year, for 2020. A bit later than that, the no fees PPC campaign version 2, which will make it a totally free to create, and also support fiat currencies to deposit into Smartlinks using a credit card. We already connected to Simplex, supporting 180 something countries, 50 different crypto tokens. We now support the buy of ETH. Very soon we'll support the buy of more than 10 different cryptocurrencies with Visa and MasterCard. And later on, we will also support the option to even off-ramp to fiat into something like a bank account that will be connected to your Visa MasterCard. The Bitly 3.0, what I explained before, the one click to create Smartlink API, what I explained earlier, the participation money V2. REN VM, it's something that we worked on. Integration is one of the biggest and most important things in my opinion, except Bitcoin. Bitcoin market cap, $250 billion, about 5 times the size of Ethereum. Of course, we want to support it. The nice gibberish we saw below it, it means more languages. We want to support Tuki. We want to have Tuki network in more languages besides English. The next one to come very soon is Chinese. I think the most spoken language on earth. Capture protection V4. This is something that we are working very hard on. A very technical thing that will help us to give better results and faster as well. Enhanced budget campaign preview and auto-demand relay for multiple stable coins I described earlier. This is some images. For example, what you can see here is the new creation funnel, which is very unlike the one that we have today. It's as easy and beautiful as creating a Google search. Eventually, you just drop your link in this nice box in the middle, and you can create one. And the other image is for the wallet 2FA that we'll have soon. Let's discuss about a bit about the token. And we want to explain shortly about the token mechanism, how it works today, and what we plan it to work a bit later down the roadmap. Eitan, maybe you want to explain this one?
Sure. You share my screen. So we'll briefly review how the token mechanisms work for budget campaigns. These are going to be the main mechanisms for all the Smartlinks and all the future campaigns, like the API conversions. So there are numbers here. Basically, a contractor comes and creates now a campaign contract on our layer 2, so that's free. Then they can add a budget in any number of stable coins. that go into a singleton contract on the main chain. This singleton contract directly uses those stablecoins to purchase Tuki from our internal exchange. So this is the first important step, which creates automatic demand. Once the automatic demand occurs and Tuki is filled in the campaign, there's a validation step, and then we start basically referring. The conversions differ between campaign types. For example, in PPC Smartlinks, it's clicks. So basically, these are referrers. The contractor, the business or brands start by publishing it to their followers, their fans, their supporters, their clients, customers, their current user base, what's called the sourcing seed. And then by referral chains, they reach converters. Each time there's a conversion event, it happens again. This entire thing, this entire process happens on our proprietary protocol. This is basically happens completely on a multi-party state chain mechanism across browsers. So it's completely off-chain, completely decentralized, completely secure, and introduced in our last patents also private. Then once there's a conversion, again, registered on our layer 2, so no cost there. What happens then is basically the contract attributes the Tuki rewards to the various referral chains. Now, this is a nice step because this auto distribution means that the network and the economy becomes more distributed with time, right? Because there was this one contractor who purchased those Tukis. They were all his. And then these Tukis start to get distributed to more and more people. And what happens is the more people hold Tuki, the more strong the economy becomes. In parallel, a network fee that's currently network-wide instead of 10% is taken. So from the referral fee that the contractor is willing to pay, 90% goes to humans, 10% goes to the network, and currently 25% of that 10% goes to a deep freeze. So it's almost like a burn. It goes out of circulation to another contract called the deep freeze contract. It's frozen for 10 years, and after 10 years, it's used to fill up the participation mining pool, which basically then dissipates again over a decade. So it's immediately taken out of the market, and then after 10 years, starts slowly dissipating back into the market again to users, to referrers, to converters, to contractors with our reputation mining program. Out of the other 75% taken, so from this 10%, 25% goes to deep freeze. From the rest of it, 50% is burned. These are varying percentages. So we may choose to burn different amounts a long time. We don't commit to in advance. Some of it will natively be used to keep the project going. Some other percent will be burned. So that, and also we're talking about human future plans to basically use Tuki as a sort of governance token. So those 10% will, even that 50% will somehow go back to the community. But basically all of it is used to strengthen the economy of the Tuki network wide. Now, so that's auto distribution, that's auto burn, that's auto freeze. And another thing is that when that stable coin that the contractor used goes into the internal exchange, it's still in our Tuki network contract system. There is an automatic mechanism that then just relays this organic demand to the markets. So it goes to Uniswap, and every organic demand that's generated in the app is reflected to the markets, and we purchase more Tuki from the market to refill the balance of Tuki here. So the base idea here is that all of this auto demand, automatic demand relay, automatic distribution, automatic burn, all these things go to strengthen the network. And the more the network is used, the more these will take effect over the speculations happening in the exchanges. The last part is basically the withdrawal of those earnings. So there's an automatic HODL. When you earn your referral rewards, they're not in your wallet yet. They're held in escrow for you by the contract system. So that's an automatic HODL, again strengthening the economy. Once the user wants to withdraw, they make a withdrawal request for all their pending rewards from all their pending campaigns in which they have earnings. They receive a withdrawal signature, which they can then submit to the main chain and receive their Tuki earnings. In that process, a fee of 50 cents, $0.5 is taken in Tuki from what they've earned. So basically they're paying a fee which is less than sending ETH. mostly. And basically we do this process for the user. So you will see this very, very soon live in production as well. You hit a claim button, it does everything else for you. You don't have to pay ETH or anything. It's just that small fee is deducted out of what we take, so we can actually finance these mass operations for everyone. So that's basically how the network tokenomics work for budget campaigns. For API conversions and Web2 conversions, it will be a bit different when these users can start earning in the native token of the app. It will still be a very strong tokenomics for Tuki, but there will be swap mechanisms in the end to make sure that these are rewarded in the correct tokens while still maintaining the strength of Tuki token. And we'll update on that accordingly once it's ready.
Thanks, Eitan. So what Eitan showed us and explained is the basic demand mechanism for the Tuki token as it is in place, and it will come later in the future. But besides this basic version, we are working on supporting more demand mechanism and usage mechanism, utility mechanism for the Tuki token. There's one that we just launched 2 weeks ago, a very nice one that allows people to add their tokens into the Uniswap liquidity pool with a one-click through Zapper. You can do it from network dashboard. Another one is, of course, the staking reputation program. But in the future, more utility and mechanism that we are going to put into place is the first one, and one of the, like I said before, one of the biggest, most important one in our opinion is the affiliation program that will not only expand the usage of Smartlinks, but also we're thinking of doing some demand mechanism for affiliators in order to be affiliators on the platform. Another one is a burning mechanism. We are still in designing this exactly, and I will explain about it in a second, and also a freezing mechanism that will be an integral part of every Smartlink conversion. We believe that new verticals that will come to Tuki network, especially from the API Web2 conversions like CPA, CPL, etc., will bring much more usage that will grow the demand. And in those verticals, we will be able to create new utility mechanisms. DeFi tools that we want to connect into Tuki, for example, like we connected already Uniswap and Zapper, we want to add a few more. Any DeFi that we will find that giving value to the users and can bring value, beneficial value to the Tuki token holders, we will connect into Tuki, so it will be a one-stop shop. So eventually people can do everything from inside the app and create more value for them over the long term. In our eyes, what is most important for the token, and the token is the essence, the heart and the blood of this economy. Not only that it should create demand when people are using Smartlink, it should also create an incentive for people to never sell it, even when the price goes up. And that's how now we started thinking of new models of staking. And this is what I'm going to present for you here. This is all right now really sketch on a paper, and something we just started talking about a few months ago, and we are still under construction of this whole future thing that we call Tuki 2.0. So the first thing, and this is our 4 models that in our opinion will take the usage, the demand, and the incentive to hodl the tokens for a long time, much, way bigger than they are today. The first part is participation in fees. We saw lately many projects, even like Uniswap, creating governance tokens, and some of those governance tokens are choosing to take the fees of the platform and to distribute them between the token holders. We're still thinking how to do it. It has some legal issues that we need to overcome first, but in our opinion, this is a great thing that could do greatly for the token and for the economy. The second one is the token's interoperability. what I described a bit earlier on supporting other tokens when giving rewards, not only as a Toki token, making Toki protocol and Toki network platform for referrals, not only necessarily with Toki tokens. For example, we are in talks with, I don't want to say the name, but probably one of the biggest browsers in the world today, crypto world, and they would really like to use Toki, but they would like to do it only with their own token. Another thing is protocol SDK, and this is come in direct with that. So we can allow the usage of the protocol, not only for Toki network, but also for other products. For example, there is one guy that wants to build a DocSign product with our multi-step tracking mechanism, and we want to build a mechanism model and business model into the Toki network, Toki token about it. And the last one is also the governance that we're thinking of adding as an extra feature to the Toki network, Toki token. Sorry. So how we see this goes in the future? Today, 90% of the rewards of the budget that goes in any of the Smartlinks is distributed to the referrers. And it's not 90% of the budget, it's 90% of the spend budget, meaning only the approved clicks or the approved conversion. 10% is now going for Toki to run this whole operation as a moderator fee. But what we're thinking of doing, and we start structuring it in the future, is changing this model. So eventually all the tokens and all the funds that goes in each Smartlinks, of course, they are converted to Toki token at 100%, but those 10% will be split into 5 portions, not equal. 5 portions, not always. One of them will be for affiliation, but this will be probably the biggest one. We will give a big incentive for people to be affiliates for Toki and bring new users, new businesses to the network. Another one is burn mechanism. A small percentage of the token that will be burned forever each time there is a conversion. So not only there is a demand from one side, there is a decrease in supply from the other side in parallel. Another one is the freeze model. This is something actually already operating very soon, that we take some percentage of the token and we lock them for a period of up to 10 years, sorry, a minimum of 10 years, and we are going to use them for the next batch of the Toki community, the 20% that we are giving. So we can use it after those 20% are ending. Another one is the community fee. So as I described earlier, giving maybe in some way also the success fee of the platform to all the people that hodl Toki token. This will, of course, have some restrictions, like a minimum amount to stake, a minimum time frame to stake, but really taking part in the success of the network, in the growth of the network, what will give you the biggest incentive to never sell your tokens, because you know they are generating earnings for you. And the last one would be what we have today, the moderator fee. The moderator fee at the moment this is us as a project, as a team to run the business, but later, if to the one of you who knows our white paper, we have also what we call integrators that are going to integrate into Toki and give services. They can be those moderators. Because we are short of time, we'll finish really quickly in 2 minutes. Some of the challenges and obstacles that we see, and this is something we want to mention, gas fee and scaling, of course, like any other Ethereum project. Marketing and awareness is very hard, especially today when there are like about, I think, 8,000 ERC tokens around the world, and only 2,000 of them are Uniswap, and 80% just born in the past 3 months. It's always hard to keep yourself above the noise, but we believe that Toki Smartlinks would be the best thing for us to do so, and usage is the most important factor. Regulation in crypto space is always hard, is always complicated, especially now that finally it becomes adopted around the world, to make your regulation for a specific place, a specific jurisdiction. Team is always a challenge. We have a great and amazing team, but we always strive to have the best people with us. And this is things I believe any project, any business in the world have. product fit, UX, UI, anything that you buy, you build, anything that you build in the beginning, the first version, usually it's not so good. I wouldn't say even bad. And the challenge of making short iterations, fast fixes, and understanding the exact needs in the UX and UI and not in the technology is a challenge that sometimes can make a company rise or fall. Market fit is another thing. Referrals, something that could fit specific use cases, not all use cases. We need to find exactly the use cases that works best for Smartlinks and multi-step referral, and also business model. We found it out that it's very hard to build business models in crypto space. I believe that what we presented for you now is a great business model that will, when it mature, it will be one of the most sustainable ones that you can see in the crypto space. Lastly, a little bit about our finance. This is something we want to share with you. 16% of the tokens are held by the project. They are locked for 2 to 5 years. It's actually, it says in the website 4, but it's actually 5. And those tokens, this is our most important thing. This is what eventually will make this project run for many more years. Our goal, what we aim to, is never to sell tokens. We just want to actually buy tokens, buy back tokens, and bring all the value that this project, this technology, and this network generating into the token alone. Us as team, the token for us, this is our, we can say, exit strategy. This is the way for us to make, and this is how it is in crypto space. This is why we put all the focus in putting all the value into the token. Some people asking us about some income sources. So we do have income, actually. We have income since May this year. Not that big, but it's growing month over month. Most of the income comes from Smartlink moderator fee. More income we're having from different affiliation fees that we have, for example, like Simplex, Kyber, 1inch that are connected into Tuki. And we are earning some fees in there as well. And lastly, this is something we share for the first time. We'll also have an equity round probably. We thought about it a lot in the last couple of weeks. What is the right path to do? Because we understood it will be very bad for the token, and this is something we don't want to do, to sell anymore or to have any more token out in the market. What we plan to do is actually equity round that will combine tokens for the equity holders, but they will get them locked for a very long period with a minimum price that the token has to be reached in order for the tokens to vest. So they will be in a parallel incentive as same as us and as all the token holders. They have the biggest incentive and the biggest want the token to go up in price. We saw some other projects and companies doing things. We found out these to be the best things. Celsius, which is, they have a great token, by the way, and a great product and doing very well. They also had an equity round 2 months ago. And the equity round actually made the token much stronger and go up in price, because it removes any pressure on sale of the token and even allows the project to make buybacks. This will be the last slide. A little bit some goals that we give ourselves. It's very good to give yourself goals so we can measure. Like I said, we're going to have quarterly talks. These are goals for 2021. I didn't say a specific month, but I hope we will reach there in the middle of the year, not in the end of the year. We want to reach 1 million registered users, 100K pages, contractor registers on the network, 500, so it's supposed to be 1,000, not millions, Smartlinks created, token price, our goal, and really this is something we really hate to give, and it's not a prediction and it's not an investment advice, but we will be really happy if we reach 2021 something that in our opinion compared to the market will be more than 4 cents per token with an average daily volume of 3 million and at least 500,000 on the liquidity pools on the DEXs. At the moment it's Uniswap, but maybe other DEXs in the future. We want to get the tokens listed on at least 3 more centralized exchange, medium, but also top tier. And last thing, partnerships. Partnerships is something that we used to publish a lot earlier this year, but we don't think this is the most important things for us to focus at the moment. unless it's a really, really good and important partnership, like the one we announced with Zoom a few months ago. We want to have big players start using and entering the Smartlink technology and using it. So thank you very much for listening, being with us. Because we are short with time, we will just answer a few questions. I saw that some people asked questions here, and we had also some questions sent earlier. Let's start with questions that were sent earlier. And by the way, this call is recorded and will be shared a link with all the token holders later this week. So one first question, I want to ask if the token metrics KPIs are up to date in the spreadsheets shared in the community, and do you have any plans to update them or not? So yeah, we have the release schedule sheet. The truth, this was something that wasn't updated for a few months now. It hasn't been changed almost at all because all the tokens are managed by smart contracts. But I do need to update it with the latest progress. Another question, when are we expected to have Toki Smartlinks for HR vertical? HR vertical is actually one of the most interesting vertical that we think that Smartlinks would work with. We have many people approached us in the past year and asking us to support this specific vertical. This will have to have the API in place, and I believe that we will have in Q2 of 2021 a first version that we can support. In my opinion, this would work really well because HR, this is a vertical that gives really big incentives. It can be like a salary of a person of 1 month, for example. And people have a big incentive to find the right person for the right company. Another question is, what are your current plans to fix the referral maps viewed for publishers? So these are the referral maps that we have, what I saw earlier in one of the presentations. We have a 3D component that we use. It's not the best one, we know, and even the best computer cannot run all of it. We are working on changing it and supporting something with a better UI and better design. Actually, this whole part is going to be totally changed. So we will have a dashboard that summarizes the information much better for the contractors, also more information for the contractors. And even if you have a huge referral map, maybe I don't know, like a few thousands, a few hundreds, a few thousands nodes, it will be hard for you to really to get information from that. We will also help you to understand the data and info about your best influencers, for example, and to activate them. Any more specific questions? How holders can make sure that the purchase conversion Toki always happening? I guess it means the clicks. So for now, the only way to make sure is just checking the referral map later and see the results. We are thinking of ways of how to present it better, at least for the first time. It's been rejected, and also maybe giving some feedback, but we don't want to expose too much feedback on why we decline some of the clicks and some others are approved. Okay, so thank you very much for having us. For being with us. Thank you very much for your time. I hope we educated everyone, the Toki team members that also here in the call, most of them, and other token holders. And I will invite you all to use Toki Smartlinks to create your first Smartlink if you never created it so far now. And let's make Smartlinks great, not again, but let's make them great. So it will be something everyone in crypto space know in 2021. Have a good rest of the week.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.